hiphopandwrestling.com. My name is VSOP.
Stephen Gold, what's good, people?
Let's go ahead and get the Night of Champions. Assuming that there's no other matches announced, right here's the card as we know it today. We got 6 matches, and we got Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu for the U.S. Championship. I'm with it. I'm looking forward to it.
You too.
Who are you picking to win this match, Gold?
Jacob.
That's it? That is
Jacob.
You don't think there's going to be any shenanigans from JC Mateo? Maybe Jimmy.
I think Jimmy might have Jacob's back.
You think Jimmy?
I think Jimmy's going to have Jacob back. I think there is going to be some shenanigans, but Jimmy going to say, fuck that. He going to have his back. Because I would, on the other hand, I would say, oh, this would be a good opportunity for Solo to have that title. But I just think it just makes more sense being with Jacob, because Jacob is like, he's that motherfucker right now, bro. Excuse my French, but he's just that motherfucker. And
wow.
He doesn't need it, but it just looks good on him.
Yeah.
It looks really good on him. And I don't think there's no reason to take it off of him. So I think he's going to keep that belt, and he's going to keep that belt until somehow him and Braun meet up. I think that's saving that title match for him and Braun.
I figured he'd be holding on. I figured he'd be holding on to that U.S. title until it's time for him to go after the world title, whichever world title, he, I won't say qualifies for, but gets in position to where he can go for it. Hold on to that one until it's time for that. However, I do find the idea of him and Braun clashing to be very, very...
Gonna be it's going to be a spectacle. I can't wait, man. Two beast mode motherfuckers, man. And it's going to be like that, what's it, Thriller in Manila was the fight?
Uh-huh. Now, do you think... Like that, do you think that when Braun and Jacob finally square up, it's going to be when Braun is still under the Seth regime, or when Braun is solo?
It's going to be when he's under the Seth regime.
So you think that...
Let me tell you something, brother. What you gonna
do? So you're thinking that...
While he's under the Seth regime.
Yeah, so you think that you're thinking that Jacob might become a thorn in Seth Rollins' side. Stick his nose in his business, maybe.
It's going to be a power thing. Seth going to want to bring gold to that regime and to bring more prestige to it, so people will respect him more. I mean, because anytime somebody starts a faction, it's like, what's the first thing they want to do? They want to bring gold to it, right?
Yep.
And that's when people start taking it serious. It's like, oh shit, he's the world champion. Oh shit, he's the Intercontinental champion. Oh shit, and they're the world champions. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, we got to take this serious, because I mean, that was the same thing with the Judgment Day, right?
Right.
Had the tag titles. They had the
women's world title, the male world title. Yeah. No, good point. I mean, typically a dominant faction definitely has to have multiple layers of gold. And I just thought it was just a matter of time that if Seth got his hands on that world title, the tag titles won't be too far behind on a Braun and a Bronson, which, in my opinion, it'd be more exciting.
That would be kind of fire.
It'd be more exciting than what they're doing right now. Although they did announce, that New Day would be facing off against Judgment Day next week. So
we'll
see.
They're not gonna win.
Judgment Day ain't gonna win.
No, Judgment Day is gonna win. New Day is gonna win.
New Day is gonna win. Okay.
Yeah, they're not gonna win.
Yeah. All right. So next we got Cody Rhodes. Okay, well, actually, let's go back for a second. You said Jacob pins Solo Sikoa with some attempted shenanigans, but Jimmy has Jacob's back.
Yep.
All right. Cool. Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes for the king to become the king of the ring and get a guaranteed title match at SummerSlam against the SmackDown champion. Who do you predict?
Cody.
So you're still rolling with Cody. So Cody's winning the whole shit.
Yep.
Well, you know what? I'm going for Cody as well, but tell me more.
Yeah. He let that shit slide with John Cena. Remember when John Cena said, "Yo, you're too nice.
Yeah.
You don't got what it takes."
Yeah.
And remember what Randy said to him? "I'll do anything to get that belt."
Mm-hmm.
So he was fucking listening this time. He's not gonna let that. He's not gonna let that shit happen twice. Cody not going for it.
Ah, that's a really good observation right there. I mean, I
really?
I figured that Cody gonna take the belt off of John anyway. That's what I'm thinking. But still, we still got the whole Seth Rollins factor. So, like,
yeah,
it'd be more exciting if Seth came over to SmackDown and started fucking shit up over there than getting in Gunther. Like, Seth versus Gunther doesn't excite me.
No.
You know
what I think? I'm gonna predict what might happen when Cody and John face off. Something happens to where Cody's like incapacitated and John is incapacitated, and Seth takes it off John.
Whoa. You're saying that Seth is going to take it off of John Cena?
Because remember in his promo, he was talking shit about John too.
Oh, yeah, he got everybody.
So, and then that'll be a perfect setup for sometime in the future, Cody versus Seth. Again, but this time
bigger stakes.
Title.
Yeah. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down there. I can rock with that one. All right. CM Punk, speaking of which, CM Punk versus John Cena for the World Heavyweight Championship, which I think we all said last week. We don't think Punk's going to win. I think the match is going to be excellent. I don't think it's going to be I don't think it's going to be any outside shenanigans, but wouldn't surprise me if Punk gets hit with the belt.
It's going to be some tomfoolery.
Okay, so you're predicting some you're predicting some underhanded tactics.
Yeah. John Cena don't care no more.
He don't give a fuck.
He doesn't care anymore, man. He don't care about nobody being on his side. He don't care about the fans. He just wants to keep that title and retire with it. So
yeah,
he can do anything it takes, man. And he's going to exploit any way he can to keep that title. So
yeah, hey, you got a point there, sir. All right,
he doesn't care.
So right now we're picking Jacob Fatu to win, Cody to become the king of the ring, to add to his list of accomplishments. We're going to have
Cody, man.
King Cody. We're going to have John Cena defeat CM Punk with some chicanery. All right, so let's move on to the other side of the overlay. We got Jade Cargill versus Asuka for the Queen of the Ring final. And I think we're both on the same side on that one as well. We're predicting Jade.
Oh, yeah, Jade.
Any reason why you would see that not happening?
Shenanigans.
Well, who?
Naomi. Even though like she don't need to, but she probably just gonna be proving a point. Like, like you said, I think was it you that said it? He was like, or was it Madison that said it? I'm gonna ruin your chances for a title shot, but I still got mine.
I think Madison said that, and that does sound good
that makes sense.
To dig that knife in deeper. I figured when she cashes, there's no cash-in opportunity here, right? It would just be to fuck up the outcome of the match. Which, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Make it fun.
Make it fun. But out with no shenanigans, Jay is going to get the crown, pretty much.
Oh, for sure.
We're in agreement of that. All right. Street fight. Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez. Should be good. I'm predicting Raquel's going to get this victory. But what about you, Gold?
Me too.
Raquel need that shine.
It's going to be shenanigans.
Some Roxanne Perez and Raquel shenanigans. On top of that, it's a street fight with no disqualification. There's going to be some outside interference. Like, guaranteed.
Yeah, sure.
Guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
Who got Rhea back right now?
Damn, nobody. She's by herself, man.
She stands alone.
Not unless somebody just come out the woodwork or something like that, but...
Io Sky, Stephanie Vaquer, maybe. It's a lot of plane tickets they got to buy.
It'll be surprising, it'll be super cool. If somebody comes out to help her, But right now, I'm with you. My money's on Raquel, man. Like, it's gonna be some shenanigans.
All
Judgment
right.
Day is definitely involved.
All right, so you're putting your money on Raquel. Okay, I'm with you there. All right, and then Sami Zayn in a non-title match. Well, Rhea, Raquel's non-title, but Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. No stipulations, just a match. I'm going to pick, if they want to do this right, Karrion Kross.
He would have to lose. Yeah, Sami would have to lose.
So, but who are you picking?
I'm going with Sami.
You going with Sami?
Yeah. Whatever they're trying to do, he doesn't need to lose too fucking much.
Yeah, he does need to rebound from that King of the Ring loss, especially if the story arc is still about when is Sami going to become world champion.
Yeah.
Which again,
yeah.
I don't know when they're going to have time to do that by damn self, but I thought the King of the Ring might have been the way to do it, and they've eliminated that possibility. So
me too, but I just had that feeling, man. I was like, and I called it. I was like, nah. I said Randy gonna win that.
Yeah,
I just had the feeling.
You were spot on,
the same thing with on Jay versus Cody. I was just like, mind you, my first pick was Cody, and then Jay was involved. I was like, nah, it's gonna be Jay. Mm-hmm. So I had it right the first time. I should have just went with my first picks, but that fucking Cody versus Randy just made all the sense in the world.
Right.
All the sense in the world, man. But yeah. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, here we are. This is the card.
We tuned in.
I don't know if you're going to add another match or not based on whatever happens on SmackDown, but 6 matches seems like enough for the typical WWE PLE. Typically, there are 5 match shows, and here we got 6. So we'll see how they space this one out, time this one out in between, their long-ass video packages. So we'll see. But
hopefully they'll throw a surprise in too, man. Maybe we'll see somebody, that ain't been there for a while.
Maybe. But yeah, this card doesn't look bad at all. So I'm with it. So Night of the Champions this Saturday in Saudi Arabia. Let's get some plugs in. People holler at Nick on twitch.tv/NickAtrocious. Gold, he drops music every single Friday.
That's Gold 919 on SoundCloud.com, man. Every Friday I've been dropping something.
Rappers Like Wrestling 3, which is part 3 of an incredible series.
Appreciate the love for Raps Like Wrestling 3. That shit dropped May 5th. It's strictly on Bandcamp and YouTube.
Right now you're checking out VSOP.
Hip hop and wrestling.